but I see a lot of people here. Cudjo, where you at? Cudjo?
This poem is called My Sisters. They deceived us all, motivated by the truth in this world of lies. Waiting for Superman, so we set our eyes to the skies, but no one comes.
Chivalry has died, and with it went all the good guys, trying to disguise themselves as Superman with their pants hanging low, letting their underwear show. Besides,
they've got it backwards, misleading all the sisters, whispering sweet nothings in hopes of one day becoming their mister. But they don't want to be in any family pictures.
Cause in reality, it's all in the moment. Only thing that drives them is their stick shift. Dreams of feeding their anacondas and not worry about their venom.
But once you get that snake bite, you'll only want more. Hide your face in vain and forget you not only brought shame to your name.
But what's the point of hiding when Allah already knows?
You fear the ones around you and care least for the one who matters most.
Secrets weren't made to be hidden, so why does it matter if they already know?
Mom and Dad may whoop you tomorrow.
The neighbors and friends may call you names.
The names are given to those who deserve it.
So why get mad when it's your turn?
To top it all off, the script has been flipped, and instead of being chased, we're now the chasers.
And the chase aren't running no more.
So my sisters,
Think about your pride.
think about your dignity.
Think about your Lord.
Why not wait?
Because unhealthy relationships cause headaches, stress, and waste your time.
Because a plastic smile and a fake heart doesn't put that icing on that cake.
Because at the end of the day, men often think with the head between their legs rather than the one between their shoulders.
So my sisters,
I know there's so much that you feel but don't say.
my sisters,
I know you're screaming on the inside and think you can't be heard.
my sisters,
But I hear you.
I hear you.
We hear you. Allah hears you.
With the clans, my home cries simple with the pots and pans.
Hold on. You guys feel the beat, clap. Secure your frame with the hijab and guys. Although you're a Muslim woman in a state of oppression in their eyes, be the women you desire, be not in disguise. Marriage from outside the tribe should divide you from your family and put you on the side. I'm only saying this because all of our answers lie beneath the queens that create happiness that never dies. Y'all better sing along. Give it up for them. I love you guys. Thank you very much.
Don't bite the hands that feed you, the mouth that helps you, or the wings they gave you. Survival ain't a thing, but an idea they implemented inside our young minds, turning us all against one another, telling us to fight for freedom when freedom ain't really coming, brothers. So put away your guns and let's not kill each other. Blood is supposed to be thick, yet it runs smoother than water down the streets you claim as your own. You fight your battles with guns and knives, jumping into beef that was never yours. I fight my battles with words of mine, no blood that shed, and I still get my point across. The difference is you easily forget which side you're fighting for. So leave the knives in the kitchen where they belong and just go home. Because at the end of the day, words can be stronger than the actions you portray. At least, that's what I think. And if you keep them things away, maybe you too might see it someday. Thank you.
I appreciate being here and the opportunity to be a part and share my spoken word with y'all. I am Queen Naya Bingi. Thank you for not trying to say my last name and slaughtering it, because people can't say Naya Bingi. So if y'all don't mind, I want to teach y'all how to say my name, okay? So my name is Naya Bingi. Naya Bingi. Naya Bingi. Queen Naya Bingi. That's my name. Alright? So, I'm a lyrical artist, and my purpose and my job is to spit fire. To destroy the wicked and to replenish the mind and spirit and the body of the world. So that's why I'm here. There's no reason for me not to set the mic on fire, because writing lyrics is my desire, so it's time to blow. Here I go. Lyrics come from the temple and tell the hand to flow, so I do so. No longer can I hold back, so sit back, listen, because lyrics are never whack. And if you want to deny that fact, then take these lyrics as a verbal smack to the face as I deface you. And if you need to, bring your crew, but there's no reason I feel the need to battle you, because my words alone rattle like a snake. And I contemplate when to strike, but not out, y'all. I don't strike out. I hit home and run lyrics from my tongue, but not so fast, because I like to savor the moment and make it last like that candy called Slowpoke, because this is no joke. This gives me a natural high. I don't need wings to fly, because lyrics lift me way high and my words float on. Word is born. I call on my creator, and through me he responds. I'm a deliverer, soul lifter, get you drunk off my chemistry as if it was licking half. You go figure, as if it was a scripture that ripped you in two, leaving you with no clue. Clueless mind, totally separated from the rest. The fact is, there's no thought process, because you've been possessed with a hex, and like that spot over there, I mark you with an X, because apparently I'm too complex and left you standing like a mark as I spark my fire. My love for this keeps lifting me higher like never before. I come through delivering lightning as if I was Thor, because this goddess must express her finesse for verbal success and transgress the big mess. Nonetheless, the key is to decompress stress laid across back, shoulders, and chest, because life is a process where one should progress. Yet the masses want me depressed with my head sunk low to my chest, but I refuse, because I am alive. My will and spirit is my drive, and I walk upright with pride, with a pen and pad that never leave my side, because it is my sword, and I am a warlord here to deliver peace, but will deliver you in pieces if you feel the need to oppress me. Queen Naya Bingi, you must have mistaken me for the walking dead, but you've been misled, because I'm here on a mission to do some fishing. The hooks and traps are set, and Lucifer is good only when it comes to fishing. So I too release my hooks to see if you grab bait, because we're all inmates when it comes to the mind state. And just as I carry a sword, I stay strapped with a vest, a shield, to make the bullshit yield that come my way. Matter of fact, I turn that bullshit into good shit, use it in a positive way, so beware of my fire.
Rukia.
Hi guys.
And obviously we're with I'm a Star, we're back in the back. Jenna and Muhammad are back there waiting for all you guys to go sign that canvas. Give them a hand. Also, we wanted to give a big thanks to Nicolette. It's a beautiful space, so we're really happy to be here tonight. So Rukia's going to say something about I'm a Star.
I think most of you guys by now, hi guys. I think most of you guys now have heard what I'm a Star is, right? Yeah. Right up, I want to see your hands. How many of you guys know about I'm a Star? That's good, that's good. So one thing that I'm gonna remind everyone is that I'm a Star was not created somewhere far and distant. I'm a Star was created by people like Abdi Fattah, by Hirsi, by people like Matt, who constantly is in this community, constantly trying to shine light on the possibility of this community. And people like me, people like Shukri, and everyone who's sitting here today. The idea is that, yes, Somalia, the story of Somalia is a very heavy story. Yes, our people have been suffering for 2 decades, but there are also other stories. And by talking about some of the positive stories, by showing you guys are all stars, we can shed light on the people that are suffering in Somalia. We can bring words of hope to the people of Somalia. Like the little children in Banana Hospital that I know a lot of you guys were born in that hospital, right? Yeah? Okay. So I'm a Star is about building on that creativity. It's about having these events like this today. It's about people getting up, taking their phone and writing a message of solidarity to Datkena. Yeah? Somalia Hanolato, right? Hanolato. Okay, so I'm gonna ask for one more request again. I'm sorry, and this is basically saying, I know there's about 100 of you guys here. We have how many people?
About 46.
About 46, that's pretty good. But I know there's a lot more. So I want to see a lot more phones. I know most of you guys have a smartphone. It's okay not to be super creative. I'm not creative. I don't even know how to rhyme one word. But show your love in whatever way you can. However way you can, all right?
Post more than once, too.
And Shukri is saying, she's kind of demanding. She's saying post more than once. I guess you can do that too. That's okay.
So, I'm at ARC every day, and I'm watching Facebook, and I'm the guy who's usually posting behind there. So, you guys are watching I'm a Star on Facebook. It's usually me. And right now, I'm using this phone, and I am recording tonight because like Shukri was saying, we launched this campaign not very long ago, and already people are tuning in. Today we had this crazy moment where somebody in Latin America, we're not even sure where he is, but he's some kind of internet personality, has 100,000 followers, and he said, you guys got to do this for Somalia, and it was all in Spanish and I could barely read it. But right after that we had 500 people that tuned into our Facebook page and were posting messages to donate $5 to Somalia. They're from Paraguay, they're from Peru, they're from Panama, they're from Nicaragua. We've got people from Sweden, from France, from Australia. And everybody's tuning in to this Facebook page. And I'm posting photos from this event because I want people to see that the Somali community in Minneapolis is showing up tonight and they're stepping up for Somalia, right? So you guys gotta show up here because everybody around the world is watching what's happening right now. And tonight, when you guys go home, you gotta get back on Facebook and go post another message. Where's Rachel Jones? Is Rachel Jones in here?
Woo!
This woman is blowing up Facebook right now. She's got about 12 different posts. Alright? And since Shukri got up, she's put about 12 different posts. She's blowing it up. She's a star right now for Somalia. Alright? If you don't have a smartphone, if you can't get on Facebook on your phone, we got a computer in the back next to the canvas that you can go on. There's 2 computers over here that you can get on. Alright, so everybody here can post something tonight. Everybody here can go home or go to the library or go to your friend's house, wherever you gotta go, so you can get on a computer and post to Facebook, get $5 for Somalia. I want to see you guys show up. You guys are doing awesome tonight. I got one more request. I'm going to take a picture. I want all you guys to wave at all the people out there who are watching all over the world. I want you to wave to them. I'm going to post it on Facebook here when I get off the stage, alright?
You guys look great, by the way. Beautiful. Beautiful people.
Alright. Alright, everybody wave. One more time. Wave at me. Alright.
I am the mothers, the daughters, the sisters, and the wives. I am everyone, a woman. My name is Sagal, and I'm asking you, should I blame the mothers or the villagers who did not sing, who did not light a bonfire from dry grass or roast meat in my name? They only sing songs when boys are born, and like a straight arrow to an enemy's chest, boys bring freedom. To the people of my village, a boy completes a half-empty home, but a girl pain born from a man's crooked rib. So I was welcomed with silence. I am the mothers, the daughters, the sisters, and the wives, I am every woman. My name is Magol. And I'm telling you, marriage, it isn't really a choice. I go to bed with ideas lately. After hearing women speak through the radio, and the women in the radio are free, I wonder if they know about me, a girl who lost her smile at age 15 when I was married to a man older than my father. I was a child decorated with borrowed gold. I don't remember smiling. Time moves slowly as I sit under the sun. When I sell mangoes in the market, I think of going away. Now I have gold of my own, small pieces I bargained for from the other market woman, and buried under our hut. I listen to the radio to learn how to speak like a city woman. I save newspaper pictures of dresses I want to buy when I go there. I will keep my head covered. I am the mothers, the daughters, the sisters, and the wives. I am every woman. My name is Gaalo. I'm telling you, my gray hair makes men listen, and when people stare, I wonder if they're reading the stories of my wrinkles. While every step tells us heaven is at the feet of the mother, the distance between the feet and the lips become the longest to travel. My feet traveled here to an empty hut, hemmed in by porch acacia trees with skinny white goats and red sand. In this hut, I once told my daughter, things would be easier for you if you do not step out of line. In this hut, hiding from the rumor that is real, my husband married another wife. She is the age of our daughter, and our daughter's daughters looks over the fence and sees little boys playing. She wants to be a child and also play. That is the story of my wrinkles. I am the mothers, the daughters, the sisters, and the wives. I am every woman. My name is Hadan, and I know my mother wants more for me than she ever had. She was pressured to say yes, to use hips that were not yet developed before her lips were formed enough to say no. My mother sends me to school she cannot afford. My hand is raised, my arm is stretched, and I want to say, call on me so I can tell you about the courage of my mother. My mother has flat feet, forcing her heels that know no shoes to walk to her parents' home in the village where she was born, to find them before death finds them and say, I forgive you. Her pain gives her wisdom, and her wisdom gives us wings. We are women who fly.
Hey, give another round of applause, y'all.
Long live Somalia.
We're thinking of you. We love you. We're praying for you.
Oh my God. Sorry, the handwriting is messed up. I don't know if that's a camera or I don't know if that's recording.
Look at this.
Peace and love. Hey, I'm from Somalia, right?
Yes.
Thank you so much.
I said Somalia is dead. Don't play. Y'all heard exactly what I said. Always talking about how we can bring Somalia back to life, but there's always that one guy who believes everybody there should just die. And we should rebuild the country on those who survive now. The majority may agree, but how can I agree to such lies? When I've seen their pain with my own two eyes, too many times have I seen a mother with 5 kids walk down the pothole-infested streets of Riverside. As she walks to a park, I look to my left and look to my right. It's funny how there's never a father in sight. He's probably doing his job somewhere at a coffee shop, chewing chai, talking about where somebody went wrong like he ain't part of the problem. Ladies and gentlemen, the reason why I wanted to start off with that poem is, in honesty, when we look at Somali people today, we have many problems. And that was what that poem was about. But today I want to change the subject. I don't want to sit there and talk about all the bad things anymore. I want to talk about some of the good stuff, right? You guys want to hear some good stuff, right? Okay. This is how I really feel. All I want is peace. Just a small peace of mind. Because I can't count the tears that came in floods behind closed doors. I've cried countless times. All I want is peace. Just a taste of my clear blue sky. Where the sun sets, where the shores glisten like diamonds when they're kissed by the sunset, and the only attack on our shores come from high tides. All I want is peace. Just a small peace of mind. See, a 50-year-old man once told me, our problems will be solved by the youth. An 18-year-old boy said the same thing too. Now, if everyone's saying the same thing, the question that comes to mind is, who is this youth that will come like rain and bring such a change? Their mindset deranged with so many problems to maintain. Most people push their problems to their kids, saying things will change when their kids live. I've seen a mother that had 5 kids, and she started to pronounce the names of her forefathers' tribes. All this for her family to survive. 12-year-old Muhammad Hassan walks to school for 12 miles, and if you thought that was a burden, imagine the same boy comes back to his school to find his whole village deserted. A father and 2 brothers dead, and a mother he still ain't heard of. Now the only hope that he can see is the occupation of a refugee. But you know what hurts more? Knowing that he's starving, but hurting more than the lonely. See, I'm not here to dwindle on our problems of the who, the what, the where, or where we went wrong. But I implore you to ask the how, or what problems can we solve? And if all praise is due to Allah, then let us ask the most merciful to help us where we need help from where we went wrong. Oh Allah, help those in need. Ameen. Oh Allah, help those in need. Oh Allah, help those who believe. Oh Allah, help those who believe. Oh Allah, when you see that boy with the AK on his shoulder, put it in his heart to put it back in his holster. Put his fist to the sky yelling the war is over. Oh Allah, tell our brothers they don't need to bang. See, we came from a home of child soldiers, and like soldiers we choose to join gangs. But when the same bullets are killing our own friends, take the revenge out of our heart and put in Allah, Allah, have our brothers only fight for change. See, my brothers and sisters, I need you more than you need me. But if you look to your left, you look to your right, no matter what the tribe, we're still family. And like family, we need each other to survive, because all we need is peace. So please raise your hand to the sky. And every brother or sister that you meet, leave her and greet her with peace. So best to believe I leave you with salam. I think tonight's a great night to talk to you about greatness, right? That's the concept that I always wanted to talk about. Every time I try to come out here, I try to talk about greatness. So one of the things that I want to talk about today is exactly what I said. What did I say I was going to talk about? No, you guys didn't hear it. Say it again. Okay. So one of the things that I did was I looked past in time, right? I looked back in time and I tried to find out who are the great people, who are the greatest people that I've ever seen, right? And they all had something in common. It wasn't about the way that they talked or the way that they walked. It was nothing about that. It was something inside them that drove them to what they are that day. And it's shocking. And I asked, and I tried to figure out what they all had in common. So then I found this small little detail. And I wrote a poem about it. You guys want to hear it? Yeah. I seem like you guys don't want to hear it today. What's going on here? Hey, do you guys want to hear it in the background? Yeah. No, they don't. They're just busy. Alright. Death seems easy for those who retain their beliefs. You can see in the way that they walk, they don't even have to speak. Beneath their feet is what they critique, moving mountains with their minds as their intention ride with the beat of their hearts. And when life gets hard, they still seem to go far because their actions do more than what their words can preach. As if there's more to their life than being deceased. See, with them, flesh may cut and bones may fracture. Movements clash with apparent disaster. Guns may flare and the actions the topic of laughter. But they still hold on to that which they call master. Such stories are told about the wife of the Pharaoh. She was loved and envied and her wealth would reach the horizon. But in her heart, that's where her life died in. Her beliefs were so strong and the Pharaoh's pride so deep, he had her hung by the chest that she was kicking her feet. Asked, who's your God? And the only thing that she could speak, رب ابن لي عندك بيتا في الجنة رب ابن لي عندك بيتا في الجنة ونجني من فرعون وعمله ونجني من القوم الظالمين. Oh my Lord, build for me a home with you in paradise. Oh my Lord, build for me a home with you in paradise. Away from Fir'aun the Pharaoh, away from the people of Zalimeen. See, I'm stunned at what type of will Mandela had to survive when he was locked up in chains for more than half of his life. Then Gandhi preached peace after 1,000 strikes, such astonishing people in the hands of time. I mean, look at Harriet Tubman. She ended up deceased by building a free clinic, then dying for a curable disease. Then a black slave rose to his feet but got shot in the crown, but remembered as a king because he had the audacity to stand in front of a crowd and yell, I have a dream. From Malcolm X to Salahuddin, great people have done greatness by throwing away the most earthliest of things for change. But what is change? I mean, Obama asked for change, we went debt in the trillions. Haiti asked for change after homeless in the millions. Iraq asked for freedom, we burnt it to the ceiling. Saddam's out of power, but we still out there killing. All I'm saying is, if change was a boat on fire, don't be the fleeing mice. Because if the change you become today don't prepare you for the day you die, then the life you live was a complete waste of time. And it's not the man with too little, but the one that craves for more that is truly poor. So I ask you 2 questions. What is it you complain about? And why were you complaining for? Think about it. Us always said, hey, you know what? Somalia can change at your time. And some of us are saying the same thing to our kids nowadays. They're saying, oh my God, you know, the youth will change everything. Like we're not youth anymore. And that's a shocker. Because how long does it take for us to actually make something happen? A lot of us, some of us have fire, a little bit of fire. We always get energized to do one thing and we get it done, and then we realize that not a lot of us are with us. Not a lot of people are with us at that time. And the thing that we need to do now is we need to stand up for something. So one of the things I wanted to talk about was revolution. And I'm not talking about revolution where we just throw out the government or anything like that, but there's more to that. It's the changing of mindset. Knowing, realizing that there is actually a home that is capable of going back to. Imagine many of you guys today, you're gonna have kids, you're gonna have grandkids, inshallah. What will you leave for them if we don't fight today for the things that we need? Am I right? Would you be willing to fight? It doesn't sound like it. Would you be willing to fight? Yeah. Well, I guess the guys in the back don't. So I wanted to talk about revolution. I think it's going to be one of my last poems. Do you guys want to hear it? Yeah. Okay. I want you guys to keep up on this one. This is not a storyline. Okay? They say the truth will be your only source of salvation. And hope is the cause for migration. And it's through love we can understand our situation. And it is through heartache we learn to be patient. But patience only drives a man crazy. Like, how to remain patient when you're protesting peace then sprayed by the same police that are hired for your safety? I mean, the concept is baffling lately. Like, how do you remain patient when your father died, your mother died? In fact, you're the only one in your family survived. With the scars of life, like a Palestinian kid, you throw a rock, they throw your life, and media says you're always wrong and they're always right. See, they project your thoughts through a tube, the same tube that consumes your living room. And the only thoughts that we consume are the commercials we consume, so even though we're lied to, we're still amused. Because ShamWow is an overpriced rag, yet we all call it cool. See, we as a people are fixated. But let's get back to the basics. Conversation on pointless situation, referendum to their form of education. Change the channel on the same station. They form mathematical logic on their topic, but I can't correct the imbalance in the equation. They say, Allah will not change the condition of the people until they change the condition within themselves. So what have you changed to change the situation only to entice yourself to ask God for help? Have you fought that hard from being so far apart? Have you fought for love? Have you expelled the hate and transitioned your heart while outcasting the light and while outcasting the dark? Have you fought for love? Love without a doubt. So every time you hear screams, we shout. When our people bleed, we announce. When our people free, we pounce. When our people free, we pronounce to our souls like bad people in chains. We are chained like, let our people go. But all I used to concern myself with was murder in crowds. At least that's what I heard from word of mouth, so I used to yell out murder, murder, and find my whole people get murdered out. But all I was asking for was revolution. And a revolution only comes to the masses that understand a movement. And a movement only comes to those who strive to win when others assume they are losing. And losing a chance to talk about the hate when it's greatness that we could be choosing. And choosing the right path will lead us to a solution. A solution that riddled up our body like paint, but leaves it with us feeling so soothing. Soothing like a blue and white flag whose meaning we abusing. Abusing a chance to be choosing a side that no longer needs to be losing. Never losing a moment to start a movement with the potential to become a revolution with the beat of the drum like brrrr-bum-bum-bum. And no matter how the beat goes, it always sounds like good music. Now don't that sound of music? But confrontation only causes constant concentration. But complication causes us to feel like constipation. Like a collage of companies corrupt the confidence of a country through the crossfire hate composite of congregation, splitting kinsmen and commonplace to a place of complication we constantly consume in our own conflicts without compensation. Are you guys following? Yeah. Congress confides in the concept we should all coexist. So they condemn us to to no consideration with these backhanded compliments. But consider the condescending conversation that they continually contemplating. Like the Ku Klux Klan, they conversation on the same concept that compliments the lack of confidence in the country to be on that same AKK common shit. But if the truth is told, the youth can grow. And it's not the youth that should start a revolution, it's those who know that should be held responsible. Because in this struggle, we need to remain patient. Maintain our love in this heartache situation. Because through hope, we can migrate to salvation. And only Allah knows the truth, where we might reach. But the truth is just a tool. The trick is to believe. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your time.
This one's for Somalia. It's video. Oh, we didn't even know. Say hi, say hi. Hey, this is my brother from another. He just graduated. Congratulations, still. One day we'll be back in the Somalia, the Dab, you know. I'm sorry, I'm from Hargeisa, but you know, still support the people down south.
You guys see me? If you guys can't see me, I know you can see my shiny head at least, right? This piece right here is something that relates to most of us. Sorry, I didn't have enough time to memorize it. It's called A Little Word. And it has a lot to do with how most of us have been raised by single mothers. I cannot think of any need in childhood as strong as the need for a father's protection. But what is a father's protection without any affection? Or a single mother who's had enough of his rejection? I was told to not blame him because he knew more about war than his imperfections. How about all those women that he didn't mention, and the seeds that he planted that still ask for direction? Being a man doesn't come with age. You have to be a musician and use instruments to elevate your vision. And if you're a girl without a father, don't focus on your definition, because the women who made you made magic before magicians. It's hard not growing up with someone to tell you what's right or wrong, but thank God to the women that made us strong. Know everything that you imagine is real. It's not about finding yourself, but creating yourself. You, like everyone, is born with a shell, with hopes, dreams, and aspirations, so make them endless with possibilities in relation with everything in life that you want to be. Just like everyone, we all want happiness and peace with no one to please. But the happiest is the man who's content with the least. Thank you. This piece is talking about Somalia, and as most of you heard it, it's called The City of Struggles. In a world of delusion, I wait for a beginning conclusion. A great mental confusion, one that perhaps can be called for a revolution. See, I wait for a mountain that I can't climb with the court of contention in the timeline. See, my mom always told me a man has to be ready for his opportunities when it comes, but for some things are just left to be undone. Like the index finger full of life with a loaded gun that only leaves bullets to beat in your heart like drums. But still I was told, illiterate folks with AKs, one place where a minute feels like a whole day. City of struggles so it gets harder to eat food, the thumb works with the gun so they snap when they see you. Don't feel sorry for me, I'm trying hard to bury my struggles. This is Somalia where the newborns get stumbled. Mercy ain't for the weak, look at the burden I carry. Let the bodies hit the floor, no time for bury. See, mothers is fatigued and confused, high with 5 kids that didn't choose to live in this life to be exhausted. But the only thing that mattered now, they lost it. Never anticipate Somalia to be the same. Lost hope, no room for change. But the youth is where the truth lies.
That's right.
Wish I could destroy the bullets with the clans. My home cries hunger with no pots and pans. Lots of pans, trouble break women and shots from men. But yet still I rise. But yet still I rise. But yet still I rise like the forgotten land. Sometimes I cry when no one knows. Tears full of blood rest on my soul. How is it possible to cry the color of rose for those who oppose the strive their status my heart never chose. We came to this world to struggle, I suppose, but only if you know that the hands, knees and toes from your head to the tip of your nose lie on where they're supposed. You are safe from your woes. Thank you. The documentary is about to go up, at the camps. Her name is Khadija. I still remember her. She was about like 52. She has lost all her children. She has lost all her grandsons. She's lost everything and everybody that she's ever had. Coming all the way from Somalia, walking from there all the way to Dadaab, knowing that she has to stay in line for about 7-8 days just to get water. Not food, just to get water first, and get signed up. So I talked to her and I was like, you know, I'm doing, this is what I'm doing, and how, if when I go back, what is one message that you can tell me that I can carry out and go tell everybody back home? And I'm here today. And she said, there's one thing that I want to tell you. And I was like, what is that? And she said, wallahi, specifically in her words, this is what she said: I don't want them to feed me, I don't want them to feed any of my relatives, I don't want money from them, I don't want them to bring me to America, I don't want anything from them, I just want one thing from them. And I'm like, that's everything you could ever ask for, like being in this really dire situation, you know, like, what do you mean, like, what is it, you know? And then she said, the only thing that I ask of them is just to care, you know? And then for me, that was really emotional, you know what I mean? Because, you know, there's steps to actually helping somebody. In order for you to help somebody, you have to care for them. You know what I mean? And if you make that step to care about the person, then that's when you actually move and you say, you know what, this is what I'm gonna do. If I can't donate money, I'm gonna donate my time. And this is why I'm a Star is here again today. And the reason why I'm here, you know, representing this documentary to you guys and showing this to you guys is so you can be empowered to get up for yourselves and actually do something. Let's come together and do something powerful. You guys, I just want to let you guys know that this right here, going back home, really was not an option for me. It was an obligation because I'm Somali and I need to go back home and help my people, right? And I want you guys to do the same thing. If you don't have the money, please donate your time to help, at least as much as you can. And all those people, like we said, like, you know, the two people that were just playing the drums, Mark, you know, that were singing, the two young ones, right? Wallahi, they're extremely talented. They say we don't want food, but we don't want nothing from you guys. Next time you come back, bring us like some drums or something so we can talk about what's going in Dadaab and what's going on in Somalia as well. I'm gonna welcome Brent and Shugli up to the stage real quick.
First of all, I want to tell you guys, you're doing awesome on Facebook right now, all right? We are at about 95 posts. We need 5 more to make to our goal of 100 for the night, and then we're going to keep going. We're going to make another 500 by midnight, right? You guys are all going to go home, right? Yeah. Right? Cool. I also wanted to tell you that I was really impressed, you know, with this documentary. It was so beautiful. It was really, like, inspiring, and I want you guys to take that inspiration. Go back to that canvas and write about it, because that canvas is going back to Somalia in a couple of weeks. It's going to be hanging on the walls in either Benadir Hospital or one of the kitchens that we work in, so that people in Somalia know that people are stepping up for them here, that they care about them, and that they have messages of hope and wishes for people in Somalia. So go back there, that canvas, and do it. Buy a Poet Nation shirt, buy an I'm a Star shirt, take home some swag. All that stuff is some swag, all that stuff is back there. And I think Abdi's gonna lead us in something pretty special right now.
This is, give him a hand. Give a clap to I'm a Star. Give a clap to Poet Nation. Give a clap for yourselves. And please, please give a clap for this wonderful, wonderful venue that we've gotten tonight. Now I'm gonna leave you with this last thing. I just want you guys to know how powerful this, what's about to happen right now is going to be, not only in Minneapolis, but all over the world. This is gonna be posted up on the I'm a Star website, Poet Nation, YouTube, everywhere. I want you guys to do me just one favor for Somalia, please. Everybody just get up real quick before we leave. So, if you're gonna go back home tonight, at least you've left with Somalia in the back of your mind, right? and you've left back home inspired. So please, everybody say peace to Somalia. Peace to Somalia. And let's sing the Somali national anthem, please. Please. Ready? I'll help you guys out, but I can't do it myself though, because some of the words is a little, you know what I mean? Alright, ready? Somalia, Tostar, Tostar, Sukin Saleh, Habakina Tagalane, Tagel Waligine, Somalia, Tostar, Tostar, Sukin Saleh, Habakina Tagalane, Tagel Waligine. I love you all, thank you.
Oh man, come here man. And the show was nice man. Thank you for doing what you're doing, keep doing. Somalia will be peace and hopefully one day. Keep doing, inshallah.
It was a fantastic event.
Yeah.
You know, prayers to Somalia. Hopefully everything will be okay. We love you guys.
It was a wonderful, wonderful event, and I want everyone in Somalia to know that don't give up, and we should all realize that anything like that can happen to anybody. Like, we're no different from them. As he said in the video, we're all equal. And I think we should always remember that and be humble. But Somalia had no lack.
Thank you. It was a great night. It was awesome. Well, it's an honor to be partnering up on this. We've been wanting to do it for a long time. Do what? I haven't counted, but at least somewhere between $500 and $1,000 at least. I don't even know with t-shirts too.
Imagine what we can do. We can do a lot more.
Love it. Love every bit of it. One of the most beautiful things I've seen this year. I'm glad Adani invited me.
I really loved it tonight. It was really, really powerful. It's something that has never happened for the longest time in the city, and that's where you're uniting the youth, bringing the youth together to making a difference back home.
We're reviving the spirit, all right?
Exactly.
All right.
And I want to give a shout out to K9 too for doing that promotional video and showing his solidarity to Somalia as well. Peace.
Whole Nation, I'm a star. You know where it is at.
Yes.